Sometimes the life of a wedding filmmaker or general wedding vendor gets romanticized. On social media, we see them at parties every weekend or even multiple times a week. That's what drew me in the beginning, being surrounded by fun and exciting times while getting to flex my own creativity in art and business. But today I want to talk about some of the behind-the-scenes mentality and mindsets that don't really get spoken about. And that's acceptance. Accepting who you are. Hi everyone, if you're new here, my name is Aaron and I'm a wedding filmmaker in Ontario, Canada. I grew up in a fairly large city, not the dead center of urban life, but in a very generic suburban area, where I could easily make my way down to the busy downtown life. This was especially true for me while studying in university, living like everyone else does, because I thought that's what we had to do. Trying new foods, going to different bars, keeping up to date with music and fashion. 8 years ago, I shot my first wedding, and I loved it. I went all in, and still to this day, only see myself working in this field. But along the way, I was easily swayed by many things. Lifestyle choices, like thinking I need to prioritize travel, for example, in my life. Or prioritizing work things like marketing, accounting, and other business etiquette. Or prioritizing clothes, an image, friendships, family, food. And those are all things I think we should still learn to cultivate in our lives. But at the same time, we need to know when those priorities are actually someone else's priorities. Examples are like thinking traveling should be the number one goal, when in actuality you're a small town homebody. Or when you hear about the latest fashion trends or cultural news, maybe you think you need those shoes or need to watch the game, but actually you just want to stay at home and read a good book. As a traveling wedding vendor, I understand I can be easily influenced by the extreme varieties of people and lifestyles I come across, like high-life businessmen or nomadic artists or family-oriented doctors, just as examples. But only after working in this field for 8 years, I'm just now starting to accept myself and know that I don't need what others prioritize. On my YouTube and Instagram pages, you'll see that a lot of my work is very energy intensive. I love my big weddings with big energy because those are the types of wedding films I love creating. But that doesn't mean I'm a high energy man. In fact, I think what we're attracted to is what we lack. Let me explain. So I'm just starting to accept that who I am, my personality, lacks the motivation to want to be an extremely extroverted, outgoing individual. And I see this with the friendships that I have and relationships in my life, where maybe I'm seen as an energetic person because of my work, but on the back end of things, I tend to sway towards the introverted side of the scale. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll always love being around my close friends and family or dancing at weddings, but it's crucial for me as well to have my own space and time alone. Acceptance. Accepting who you are, accepting what you need, and accepting the boundaries you have for yourself. Maybe right now you're influenced by your friends who are starting to travel the world again, or maybe you feel envy for the family who choose to live in the fun and exciting city. Or maybe TikTok says you need to watch certain movies or read specific books, or go out to specific restaurants and watch specific sports games. Maybe that is you, but maybe it's not. I'd say to take some time today to reset your influences. What if you woke up today without remembering anything from your past? You have no obligations, no financial responsibilities, or work tasks to complete. You don't have social media, so you don't know what everyone else is doing. What would you do, and why? There's a feeling in my stomach I'm starting to get close with and becoming more aware of. Actually, there's two stomach feelings I get. The first one isn't the nicest. It's this opening gut feeling on the right side of my stomach that feels pain, shame, or sadness. But then there's this other feeling, this warmer feeling just above that, that I experience when I'm feeling at peace, happy. I get this peaceful feeling when I think about the tranquility I can easily get to, that I can easily feel and obtain. I get this feeling when I'm close with friends and family. I get this feeling when I picture myself in the future with loved ones and loving experiences. I love walks alone. I love driving with a wandering open mind. I love reading, biking with good music, and resting in my own space to make sense of all my experiences. And just like editing a wedding film or editing wedding photos, you need time to go over all the sensory information you've taken in during the day. And only after time alone, editing everything, can you come to a movie-worthy perspective of what the world has shown you. So I love my big parties and large groups of people. I grew up on that, and I still need a familial circle in my life, but I also know that I need a loving space of my own to nurture myself as a person and my consciousness as a creative. So to all my fellow wedding filmmakers and photographers out there, this is your sign that if you cultivate your own mind, skill, craftsmanship, you don't need to stress about the latest TikTok or Instagram trends. The greatest friendship and investment asset you'll have is with yourself. Take care of your mind, spirit, and body, and the people around you will feel that care coming from you. And who knows, maybe you'll end up finding a cozy home in the mountains for you to befriend your thoughts and shelter your loved ones. Oh, and also to catch up on your backlog of wedding edits. I have a little too many of that. Thank you, friends, for listening. I hope you take some of this insight and information into your own lives, and I hope you have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.